Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It's Friday. That means it's time for Friday Night Smackdown. Looks like this is the last show before the big pay-per-view tomorrow. We got SummerSlam coming at you. Should be a really exciting show tomorrow night. Quite a few matches on it. Ooh, tonight it looks like they're going to start out with that Donnie Brook match. Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Basically, they're going to beat each other with sticks. We'll see if it actually happens. I thought maybe they might even push this match back to SummerSlam after losing the Seth and Riddle match. But Drew McIntyre's coming out first. So I was wrong. But I didn't say it out loud, so I guess it wasn't wrong. Oh, Drew McIntyre, no sword. Is he getting rid of the sword? I know that was one of Vince's ideas, was the sword. That's why he named it after his mom or whatever. But no sword. Drew McIntyre. Oh, Sheamus attacks him right out of the gate. I think that's how it always works with Sheamus, if I remember, through the pandemic, is if he came out first, that means he was going to get attacked. I think that happened a couple times during the pandemic. All right, we got Sophie in there. We got Luke in there. We got Walter and Chris. Thanks for joining us, guys. Dee is here. She's just in the other room. She'll be in a few. All right, Sheamus taking it right to Drew McIntyre. This is a street fight, a Donnie Brook fight. I had to write that down just in case I forgot it. It's happened to me before. Anyways, with the Donnie Brook match and the Irish flags hanging everywhere, maybe I should have hung an Irish flag up. I didn't even think about it. Oh, Donnie Brook. So where are the, whatever they're called, the boys, Dirty Mike and the boys? I haven't seen them. I guess since Sheamus came out, he just came right down to the ring. All right. Sheamus has got a stick. A shillelagh. Oh, he swings and misses. Drew McIntyre just got out of the way. All right. They're circling each other. Measuring each other. Sheamus has got a shillelagh. Oh, he misses. Drew picks him up. Little backdrop. He did lose his shillelagh. Now Drew's got the shillelagh. Drew swings the shillelagh but gets kicked in the midsection. Sheamus clotheslines Drew. They both spill out to the floor. Now both men are out on the floor. No shillelagh. The shillelagh is in the middle of the ring. Literally just sitting right in the center of the ring. Drew McIntyre throws Sheamus over the ring announcer's desk. Drew's just standing there, trying to get the crowd into it a little bit. Uh-oh, he's looking under the apron there. Looks like there's another shillelagh. And some tables. He's getting the table out. Those Donnie Brook matches are notorious for their table use. Big clubbering from behind there. Hey, Janelle. Good to see you in here, boss. Sheamus throws Drew right into the steps. Steps go spilling everywhere. Drew looks like he's out of it. Sheamus all celebrating instead of getting to work. There's a pitcher of beer there, looking refreshing. All right, Sheamus throws Drew right into the ring. Waiting to see what Sheamus is going to do. Sheamus may be setting up a table. Yes, he is setting up a table out there by the ring announcer in the timekeeper area. They got a bunch of kegs of beer. Old-fashioned whiskey barrel-looking kegs of beer. They're everywhere. Hi.
Okay, what's up?
You ready?
Yeah. You ready? You ready for me? Is this good? Good outfit?
Your black shirt's right there if you were going to wear it.
I don't need it. My blue one's downstairs.
Oh, God. That Shillelagh's in Drew's eye. He's trying to poke out his left eye. What a match. Oh, the Shillelagh right to the guts. It's a half a Shillelagh. He's just clubbering him right in the chest with the Shillelagh. Drew McIntyre has seen better days, I can tell you that. His whole body's red. That's an interesting camera view from way up top. Both men are on the outside of the ring. Now remember, Sheamus set that table up, so usually when you set up a table, you go through the table. Luke, I think that Liv is going to win at the pay-per-view. I don't know why they would take the title off of her so fast. Unless it's something they were planning on doing anyways. But I don't know how Triple H is running things. Everything's unpredictable now. Triple H could have just somebody else enter the match and make it a triple threat and be over. I have no idea how he runs things. I did notice that Drew McIntyre came out tonight without the sword. I feel like that's a pretty little big step moving forward. Whoa! Big suplex. Sheamus is down. Drew just threw him right into a keg of beer. I guess those kegs are empty. They didn't have a whole bunch of beer sitting ringside. And they're the old-fashioned kegs of beer also. You know, the wood ones. Let me get my phone on and then I can read some of these comments. All right, well, it's a commercial break. So Walter says, hi, Travis and Daphne. And then it's SmackDown tonight. And then Sophie says, hi, guys. Luke says, hi, y'all. Walter says, hey, Luke. And then Chris says, hey, Travis and Dee. Dee is not here yet. Obviously, I'm sure you guys have noticed that. Maybe I can keep that live chat going. There we go. All right, and then Walter says, Drew McIntyre for the win. Yes, Walter, I have a feeling he is going to win. This is for the #1 contendership. The winner goes on to wrestle the world champion at Clash at the Castle. So whoever the world champion is going to be, Roman and Drew are going to be wrestling at the Clash at the Castle. Would still be my guess. I feel like they're still going to take it that direction. And then finally get this match out of the way. Yeah, I thought they might actually even push it to tomorrow, but it looks like they're not doing that, and I doubt they're going to do it again tomorrow. So, and then Sophie said Philadelphia is getting Mania 40. I saw that, Sophie. The 6th and 7th of 2024 of April. It looks like the date's going to be. And then Sophie says the WWE is talking to Sasha and Naomi and coming back with the new people that are running it now. Yeah, it could happen. Whereas she is out in the... I don't know where she's at now, but she was out there. And then Walter said, come on, Drew. And then Sophie says, I'm surprised that this match isn't on the SummerSlam tomorrow. That's what I said. I'm sure you heard me say that. And then Janelle said hi, and I did say hi to him because it was a short one-word thing. And then Sophie says, with Triple H in charge of creative, we would actually see feuds make sense and storylines actually have some sort of payoff. Yes, possibly. Things could change a little bit. I don't know how much things are going to change. I'm just hoping that a whole bunch of fans don't like it the way it is, and then he takes over, and then they start getting AEW-type ratings. That would be the scariest conclusion of everything. Is he just turns it into another AEW. It's kind of what worries me. Riddle and Rollins isn't happening tomorrow night. Yeah, we did hear that. And then Sophie said NXT might go back to the Triple H version before Vince and Bruce took over. Possibly, as long as they don't try to make it a third brand. And if they do try to make it a third brand, that they still have a developmental. And then I would be okay with it. But I don't know if Triple H is going to be running everything. And maybe he does. Maybe he has all the time in the world to do that. I know that Stephanie is basically running the wrestling side of it. And Khan is running the business side of it. And then Walter Johnson says, next time I'm going to a live WWE next year. Yes, you should, Walter. Anytime they're in your Atlanta area. So what do you think of Liv winning? Yes, I think Liv will win that. And then I like your background. Thank you, Sophie. This first match is good. Yes, Walter, it is. And then I have heard Ronda might go full girl, maybe, win. And then Liv will go after her as the underdog. But she got her side plates as soon as Vince retired, so that confuses me. Yeah, and heel instead of girl. I was trying to figure it out. And then Walter says NXT is going back to black and gold. We will see that. If that happens. I mean, obviously they can. It is kind of cartoony. I didn't like the cartoony look of it. But anyways, we are back. Then Luke said, I think Triple H will make NXT into an AEW competition brand, but I think that the two main brands won't change.
They won't change, bitches.
And then Walter says, Saturday SummerSlam, I will be here at 9:30 p.m. I'm going my time, but still enjoying SmackDown.
Sweet.
Now,
cheese bags.
That's everything. You don't have anything to do.
Yes.
Now I get back to the ring.
Bags.
And Sheamus has Drew McIntyre on the ground. Sorry that I was reading your comments and didn't watch some of the wrestling, so now you don't know what's happening at him. Anyways, Sheamus has got him in a side headlock / DDT looking / suplex move. Oh, white noise. Oh, they're Irish whiskey barrels. I was calling them beer kegs. Whatever.
Oh, Irish.
Oh, shit. Sheamus just got thrown right into the ring post.
Is Tennessee whiskey an Irish whiskey? Would you consider it an Irish whiskey?
I think all whiskey's Irish.
Is it though? Is it?
Moonshine.
I don't know. Anyways, Walter says no DQs.
Hey, Vince shows up right when you did.
It's creepy. Anyways, yes, Vindicator is in here. And Sophie's letting you know Triple H said in the Stone Cold podcast from a few years ago, the only thing he would change is to make Raw 2 hours.
I did see that. That's pretty funny. And I like we've read in the past and heard in the past that they can't do anything right now. They're going to have to wait till they go into negotiations. And will it change any of the negotiations? You know what I mean? If USA is going to bid $3 billion on it, if going down to 2 hours, it's going to make it less.
Yes.
Because they're getting
less time in their slot.
52 hours less of wrestling. And nothing else they have on their network gets the same draw as the third hour of Raw. So even if they did a Law and Order with all the gang, I can't think of any in there. I was going to say Niles and Roselli, but I don't know any of them. But the guy and the girl, like a comeback, and they get married. And they have the big wedding episode, and they have it live on there. Maybe that could draw as much as wrestling. I think people would watch that.
Are you talking about AEW?
Sure not. I'm talking about Law and Order.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know anybody's names. I just know there was a dame that was in charge Well, she ended up being in charge. When I watched it, she was just a cop. And then she had a partner, but he left.
Yeah. Olivia.
Yeah, Olivia Wilde. No,
Olivia Benson is the name of
and then
her
his name was something. Those two get married and have babies.
Oh. Let's see. Vindicator wants to wait. Who's the moderator? Who's in charge here? So we said an NXT pay-per-view might be going up against All Out in September on the same day. Luke says, Vin, I still have blue in my name. LOL. And Walter's like, Daphne, hey, you're late. But am I?
What a DDT. Yeah, you are.
Have I been here the whole time?
You basically missed a quarter of the first hour.
I think I've been here the whole time. Nobody saw me. I was playing John Cena for a second. Because, you know, it makes people upset. Vindicator says, okay, because I need to know who is in charge so I can ask them what exactly a Donnie Brook is all about. Or Brook. Donnie Brook is all about.
Donnie Brook match.
And Luke says, a Donnie Brook.
There's Ridge. Ridge just hit Drew in the back with a shillelagh.
Is an old-fashioned brawl. Then
whoa,
LOL.
big knee. 1, 2. Drew McIntyre kicks out. Rich Holland looks like he's all sorts of jacked.
Walter says chairs in the ring awesome. Oh, chairs. Chairs in the ring awesome. So he says if Raw was going back to 2 hours at some point, where would you put it? Like from 8 to 10 or 9 to 11?
8 to 10. Just like SmackDown and everything else.
It would just take off the last hour. It wouldn't be...
Where's Butch?
The middle hour.
Tune in an hour. We'll finish the show.
Fucking hilarious.
In the meantime, we have women jumping on trampolines. That might work.
That might work.
The man show. They put it right in the middle.
Just put the man show in the middle. Oh, Rich Holland got
Rich went through the table.
Too.
Sheamus set that table up a while back. I thought he was going to be the man that went through it, but...
He's angry about it. Ah.
Ridge went through it.
I need to be in my castle. Hi.
With the exact same move that he did to Big E to break Big E's neck.
And me to throw this? Do you want it? Or are you being all nice? Crazy. After you bit the poop out of me. What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Sophie says, if Raw... Oh, I already read that one. Vindicator says, I thought it was Dana Brooke, long-lost sister or brother.
Oh, Donna Brooke.
Chris Akani's in the chat. Hey, Chris says, Max Dupree comes back at SummerSlam as Eli Drake or LA Knight and cuts a promo saying there's going to be some changes around here.
Let's get it.
Luke says, Sergeant Olivia Benson. LOL. Sophie says, and what does USA Network have to fill that hour that Raw is usually on?
Ms. and Mr.
They could put
or
a lot
Ms.
of
and
stuff.
Mrs.
Reruns of stuff. They don't have really very original
Maybe they can buy
show
Total
shows.
Divas.
They could do another reality show.
Is that shit still on? Total Divas?
I don't know. They could do another reality show. They could have wrestling have another reality show. They could do all kinds of stuff.
Bianca and Ford.
Yeah, do them as a reality show. Vindicator says, anyways, hi guys, I had to make my grand and hilarious entrance. And everyone who remembers that SummerSlam is in 24 hours.
Woo woo.
Yeah.
Should be an exciting one. With some surprises to come.
Chris says this match is probably the last thing that Vince booked. They had to play the story out for Clash of the Castle, weirdos.
Hey, Drew McIntyre came down without his sword. I know I've beaten that dog, but...
Oh my god, he came down without Angela?
And that was the Vince McMahon thing, so I'm like...
Is she in the shop?
For being bent.
They're like, hey...
She's all skilly-wampus.
He's like, so one thing I want to change is I don't want to bring a stupid sword down there anymore. Everybody's like, but you can't go without your gimmick. I swear to God, that guy's eating way too many pizzas on the Pizza Hut commercial. Like, I don't remember.
Fat.
Yeah, well, he wasn't that big that long ago. I think he's gotten bigger since he was in the
He gets a Pizza Hut all-you-can-eat card, probably.
Probably.
Kind of like, what's his name in the sandwiches? Happy Gilmore?
Yes. Subway sandwiches. ECW rules. LOL says Walter. Cody Wyatt in the chat saying afternoon.
Cody. Good to see you in here.
Sophie says this past week's Raw was written like the day before Vince retired. Vindicator says, I would love to see Liv, Mandy, and Nikita jumping on a trampoline. Looks like I missed it. What did you two think of Garcia beating Danielson Wednesday night?
A year ago, he was headlining WrestleMania, and he went from that to losing to a jobber.
Did he get injured?
No.
Walter's saying Garcia won over Danielson on AEW. Brian hurt his head.
I didn't know he had got injured. I just know that, he did do that backdrop off the top rope.
Right.
Like, he shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff in the first place. But I don't know anything about that, but I do know he lost, and that is just sickening. If AEW thinks they're going to push Hook, Garcia, Jungle Boy, and who else? Who else are they pushing hard?
Are we talking about AEW?
Sure are. Trying to hurry
Martin
through it.
Guy.
Nah, he's not.
Oh, they
Anyways,
stopped
if those are going to be your pillars, no,
Darby.
Ricky Stark. If those are going to be your 4 pillars moving forward, they're done. It's over.
Yeah, there's not very many people that are huge fans of those guys, and I don't know.
It's just not going to work.
Made names for themselves and other stuff either. So.
To drop Darby, because Darby's been losing quite a bit lately, and then move those guys into the front of the line. It's dumb.
Let's see. Cody White says, do you think Edge and Bray will be at SummerSlam and help out the Mysterios?
I think Edge will be there. I don't know about Bray.
Helping anybody?
I know. So the storyline is supposed to be set up, and they pushed it back, but it was going to be Beth Phoenix and Edge going up against Rhea and somebody, Damian or Finn. That was kind of where they were headed with it, and then now they pushed it back. And so that's the other person they keep hinting to in that, the vignette that they keep doing with Edge.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's 2 people. I'm pretty sure it's Beth. So I don't think it's the Fiend. So yes, Beth hypothetically could show up and they could set that up for heading into the fall with Rhea Ripley and Beth Phoenix.
Oh.
It wouldn't be those 2, but obviously with the guys.
Oh, no.
Did he hurt his arm?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Well, he's holding it, but then he's throwing it around.
I don't know.
So basically, Drew McIntyre's going to overcome all this adversity. He's basically getting beat up by 3 people. He's slipping on beer.
Meow. Oh, God. The little man threw himself at him and hurt himself.
It was his ribs that he hurt. So Drew McIntyre's got to beat 3 men at the same time in this match because there is no disqualification.
He hurt his ribs? Did he hurt him earlier or something?
No, you just saw him jump off and land on Drew.
Oh, that's nice.
Is he going to climb the ropes with a giant human being on his back? Sheamus is so strong. Is he going to do white noise from the top?
I don't know, but he has a piece of something on his butt, and it's weird. It's on his thigh.
Is it beer?
I don't think so. It's a black spot.
Oh. Cancer.
Son of a bitch. Anyway, Sophie's glad I'm back, and Walter says, Garcia, I read that. Vindicator says, Drew should pawn that butter knife. Sophie says, with Triple H in charge, we could actually see feuds last a long time instead of them dropping it after a while.
Yeah, it makes a little bit of sense to make feuds mean something. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Ravi's in the chat. Hey, Ravi. Sorry. It says, yo, what up, wallets of a certain kind? What up, cheese bag? Brandon Mitchell's in the chat. Hey, Brandon Mitchell, how's it going? Says hi. Hello.
Are you already a subscriber? Brandon Mitchell.
Why do you have 2 first names? Why are you doing
Look at
that,
the shillelagh! Oh my gosh.
It's got knobbies on it. It's creepy.
It's like 10 feet long.
It's like, hey.
It's like a walking stick. Looks like Gandalf. It's Gandalf's stick. Gandalf the Grey, not Gandalf the White. Oh! Sheamus has him. 1, 2. Nope. Drew kicks out again.
Stop it. Stop it.
Drew is unbeatable.
Be good.
That means without beat.
Without your beat. Hey, there you go. Cat. Crazy cat. Get in with your boot face. Let's see. Sophie says, I'll not be surprised to see a lot of former WWE talent that have worked with Triple H in the past come back to the company. Vindicator says, what's up, guy with some mysterious blue lettering in his name and a hair? I thought Luke Riley was unique. LOL. Brandon Mitchell said, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Cody White says, why is Bray in the video, though? That's just my question.
Did Edge beat Bray? I can't remember.
I have no idea.
I know he's been showing a bunch of stuff that he's done.
He did, or whatever. And then he's like, I am coming. And he wrote it in blood on a mirror. It's creepy. Chris says, I don't know if Gargano will show up because Gargano was sent a video message on Impact yesterday.
Well, I will let you know that Gargano is going to be there tomorrow. Whether he is at the wrestling event is another story, but he is going to be there Sunday, and that's the same place that Flair's doing his last match. Mm-hmm. It's the same city.
It's in the same area and stuff, yeah. Vindicator says, has Leopold grown since living with you guys?
Nah, he's stunted.
No, Vin, I think he stayed exactly the same size.
He's still just a baby kitten.
He's just the size of my hand. It's pretty much how big he was when we got him. He was so tiny. I was, like, afraid I would break him. He was so small.
Drew! Powerbombed through the table. That's a replay. Okay, now we're back to live. Both men basically...
He used to fit about right here. Now he fits about right here.
Yeah, he doesn't even do it anymore, does he?
No, he doesn't really sit on my chest or anything. He doesn't do it to any
Sheamus
of
has
us,
got
really.
the shillelagh, the half shillelagh that was severed in half by Angela.
He doesn't try to murder you with his
I think this
weight.
is that one. This could also be the one that broke on Sheamus's back. Or is it? What the... So Sheamus wasn't even paying attention and just got bro kicked?
Got beamed.
2 and 3. Drew McIntyre with the W.
Of course.
What the fuck finish was that?
Stupid.
So Sheamus was just standing there, or on his knees, looking at his shillelagh, and Drew McIntyre just kicked him.
This is dumb.
Dum,
Silliness.
dum, dum.
Silly. So he says, well, this match is almost lasting a half hour. Brandon Mitchell says, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. Christopher Hernandez is in the chat. Hey, Christopher says, I gotta say, Drew McIntyre will be the next one to go after Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he won it. The last time they fought, Drew McIntyre was the heel and Roman was the babyface, so they're going to switch that. Put their thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
All that weird stuff.
But we knew Sheamus wasn't going to win this, but they could at least made it competitive at the end there.
Ben's like, okay, that's too bad, Brandon. You would probably love it in Idaho. Smiling, and Brandon's like, yeah, smile. So it was like, whatever happened to that Brandon guy that showed up in your streams a few times last year?
He's always busy.
He's working a lot, I guess. Sophie says Orton beat Bray in that.
He bought a motorcycle the other day and brought it over and let me look at it.
He says Orton beat Bray in that horrible 6-month feud a couple of years ago, Sophie says. But we're not talking about Orton, are we? We're asking if Edge has beaten Bray at any point. Vindicator says Leopold doesn't acknowledge any fancy backgrounds. He only sees a nice curtain to scratch.
Oh, yeah. He's already pulled it down once. He's kind of worried about him.
Crazy says...
Oh, shit! Austin Theory just attacked Drew!
Well, he might be a winner.
What does this mean? Are they setting Austin up to be the champion at Clash of the Cancel?
I don't know. But if you aren't watching what Travis is watching, Drew is talking to Toasty Marshmallow for a minute and then got attacked.
Unbelievable, though. So that means all three of them could go after...
Some horrible camera work.
Are they flipping it?
Woo, woo, woo,
oh, they're just going up and down, but they're not switching cameras. They're like, let's add the action, but just go up and down. There's 2 right there, 3, 4.
Yeah, that. Creepy.
Somebody just needs to watch one of these episodes and just chicken scratch it.
See how many people get seizures from it. Ooh, Izzy. Crazy says, hey guys, not gonna lie, I'm kind of digging the SummerSlam theme. I know Travis hates it. LOL.
What?
You hate the theme?
Is it the song? I don't hate the song. It's the Eddie Murphy show from the 80s. Beverly Hills Cop theme.
Oh.
I don't hate that.
That's what they were using?
Yeah, that's the music
weird.
that they're playing. I've told you that every time they show it.
Oh.
I'm like, that's Beverly Hills Cop song. They just they redid it.
To make it sound country?
No, it sounds a lot more rap.
Oh, that's dumb. And that's the theme. That's like the song for SummerSlam in Nashville.
I'm sure you'll
Tennessee,
hear it when
Nashville. Walter's like, Drew beat Sheamus. Sophie's like, the WWE is talking to both Sasha and Naomi. And Christopher Hernandez like, I knew it. Walter's like, Drew McIntyre won, yes. And Sophie says Drew is official for Clash at the Castle. It would be interesting on who he might face. And Ayla's like, what up, skanks? Luke says, did they just try to copy the way Undertaker beat Triple H in the end of an era match?
Possibly.
Maybe. I don't know. I never watched it. Brandon Mitchell says, who do you think will eventually beat Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Universal Championship?
You know, the last... a person that's on the roster, so I'm not talking about The Fiend if he came back or any comebacks, but as of right now, the only person would be Drew McIntyre. Cody's injured because it could definitely be Cody.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And even though Brock is going up against him, the problem with that is
Corbin,
he's not really on
Happy
the
Corbin
most.
bought a ticket. He's sitting ringside with his sign that says a loser on it with a picture of McAfee when he was in college. And he's a ticket holder, so
he's part of the crowd.
he can't touch him.
He's a fan.
He's sitting with his fans. They like him. They're tapping him on the back. See?
Like, you want some I want some popcorn. Popcorn.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry. Said you can't touch me. Not see me.
Oh, the people there. They're so
I'm going to
cute.
fight this guy. Cole's like, no, you're not. You can't touch him.
You can't. You might be fighting him later. You know, stuff.
With his loser sign. When he was like young and he had like an afro.
That's funny. Sophie says, with Triple H in charge, we won't see a lot of champions lose on TV. Ayla says,
Take a shot.
Right. It's fucking exactly what the fuck it's going to be like. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking tired of hearing that name already. I fucking hate that name already. Hate it.
Let's call him Paul. His real name's Paul.
Call him Paul. At least then I won't hate it as much.
His name's like Paul Levetsky or Levex or something.
Like, just call him a normal person name.
Paul. We don't mean the alien.
Ugh, gross. That's a weird show. Ayla says Brandon...
Because it's that Rogan guy or whatever his name is.
Brandon is in here sometimes. He was here when Travis yelled at us. Cody Wyatt says, remember the time Alexia got on top of Randy? The whole internet exploded, LOL.
Oh, yeah. Before she burned him.
Christopher Hernandez, the son of a bitch, attacking McIntyre with his briefcase.
Yeah, he's kicking some ass.
Sophie says they have so many roads to take with this Austin Theory storyline now. With Saturday pay-per-views, it'll be interesting to see how many people will watch it the next day because they might miss it live for some reason. So they went the same way they did for Mania with Rollins because Triple H teased that he got someone in mind for Rollins to face.
Paul.
Yes, Paul.
His name's Paul.
Vindicator says, Ayla, you're an angel. Travis would never yell at you. Brandon Mitchell says, I know it won't happen, but I would love to see Dean Ambrose, a.k.a. John Moxley, return to WWE to face Roman Reigns.
It can definitely happen. There are literally no boundaries except for a contract. Other than that contract, what I would like to see, and I think they could do it, and it would be awesome, trades. Like real trades. Like in football, you have trades. Be like, hey, yeah, we'll trade you The Miz for MJF or, whatever. I'm just throwing out names, but how cool would that be? Hey, we'll keep, we'll eat $10 million of this contract and
have this.
And then
match.
They just trade them.
Right? Just do trades.
So Jon Moxley gets traded for, I don't know what on the main roster you could give up. Charlotte.
Yeah. Maybe.
The athletes would be upset, but they're supposed to be. That's what happens with trades.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can demand a trade too. I want to be traded right now. You get on the phone and you call Khan and.
How dare you? It's not right. Chris says Corbin stole Jericho catchphrase when he said, "I have a ticket." Ayla says Travis is afraid of me. I have more energy and less to lose than his sister. Sophie says Dwight Howard appeared at the WWE tryouts this week. Luke says, after last week when Pat went after Corbin, Twitter has been showing a bunch of clips when Pat tackled players. I forgot how brutal as a punter he was.
Yeah,
he sent people flying. Well, he's a big guy for a punter, so it's kind of crazy. Sophie says, what are the chances that the WWE and AEW could work together now?
None. It doesn't benefit WWE 1%.
Yeah, to work with them. To work together as like a team or anything.
Nick Khan isn't going to allow it financially, and Stephanie wouldn't want it creatively unless AEW just paid them millions. And I mean like 20, 30 million to do a show. And they just don't have that kind of money.
Right.
Where they would do something like that.
Chris says, yeah, when Bliss sat on top of Randy's boner. Ew, Chris.
He had a boner.
Ew. Vindicator says, Ayla confirming she's been experimented on to forever be a woman child with an abundant supply of energy, LOL. Christopher Hernandez says, what if AEW invaded WWE?
Well, that would be interesting.
Vindicator says, Ayla bought 3,000. Ayla's laughing. Definitely not as much energy as a child, but more energy than a 50-year-old. So he says, if AEW and WWE do work together, they have to find a way to convince their television networks to make it work.
And they have to figure out how it benefits WWE. They're not going to get one more fan. Not one more person would watch.
Mm-hmm.
So how would that benefit? Everybody that watches wrestling already watches wrestling. The only way they get big numbers is when they bring back old veterans. So the only guy that might work is CM Punk. Maybe. If CM Punk headlined against Roman or something. That might bring 200,000 more fans. And I just don't think that's worth it. And that's just for one show. But I would assume everybody that watches AEW is a WWE fan. They at least watch Raw or SmackDown.
Right. I mean, they probably are like, well, I don't really
I
like
doubt
WWE
there's
as
3
much,
million
but...
wrestling fans is where I'm coming from that watch wrestling.
Right.
So when AEW is on, that's not 1 million different people watching than watch Raw and SmackDown. There are people that watch both, believe it or not. And they just like wrestling. They might even watch Impact and Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not complain about it.
Yeah. Right. Chris says WWE needs to get Jamie Hayter and have her on TV all the time, every time. Jeez.
Hear this song in the background.
I guess I don't hear the Beverly Hills Cop part of it.
Well, this one's the Party Like a Rock Star song, so it's a little bit different.
Oh.
Yeah, here. Break down, shake down, everybody listen to the... That's Beverly Hills Cop. Break down, shake down,
Weird. Anyways. Chris says...
Is he knocking his popcorn out of his head? Oh, the fan came in. Postman Pierce is at ringside.
Indicator
breaking
says,
this up.
And you just offended a 50-year-old child.
Oh!
Like,
Punt kicked him in the dick.
Oh, no.
McAfee just got punted in the penis.
Pierce, do something about this guy.
Happy Corbin kicked McAfee in his happy spot, which probably isn't that happy anymore.
Jeez.
Happy Corbin, he's so happy.
Weird. Christopher Hernandez says, in Happy Corbin sitting at the front seat, that's why he bought a damn ticket. Brandon Mitchell says, I would love Batista to return. He is one of my favorite wrestlers, and I love his theme song.
Awesome, right? One of the best.
Chris says, Dick Khan. Vindicator says, I don't think Nick Khan is a real benefit to WWE like unrelated Tony Khan has been to AEW.
Right, yeah, he's a financial guy. He has nothing to do with the actual wrestling. That was actually just released this week by Dave Meltzer. He said what their roles were. And Stephanie is definitely in charge of the wrestling and character development stuff. And he's the financial.
Sophie says, Ring of Honor, when do you see Tony Khan announce a TV deal for that promotion?
I don't know. I don't know if it's something that's going to happen.
Christopher Hernandez says, which match are you guys most excited about?
Roman Brock.
Crazy says, yeah, that Punk WWE relationship is done.
Well, it was done. Things have changed, at least on paper.
Sophie says, after the Vince retirement, a lot of fans subscribed to Peacock to support Stephanie and Paul.
Oh, yeah? What did the numbers go up to?
5. Vindicators like people in Tennessee and Texas seem to love their cowboy hats. Crazy says the original is a Bob Seger Shakedown.
Is it Bob Seger? I thought it was, what's his name? Who's the Beatle, or not the Beatle, but the Eagle that just died? Glenn Fry.
Oh.
I'm not going to argue. That's just who I thought it was.
Sophie says SummerSlam is the first pay-per-view being run by Paul. Cody
But
Wyatt.
it is Bob Seger, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You busted.
Cody Wyatt says, what's going on with Sonya? Haven't seen her around.
She was on there like 2 weeks ago. Would she wrestle? She lost. Somebody come back?
She wrestled.
Was it Lacey?
No. That's Aaliyah that Lacey's been.
Yeah, and that was supposed to happen tonight, but when I went to the WWE's website, they didn't have that match announced, yet all the women had been talking about it all week. Well, how many women are on the roster? There's Shayna.
I haven't seen Shayna Baszler for a while.
Aaliyah. Liv. Natalia. None of them?
Yeah, no, it was none of them. I don't remember who it was. Huh, I don't know. That's weird.
Pulling a blank.
Yeah.
The Braves.
Completely. Ayla's like, penis punt. Sophie's like, there has been mixed reactions from everyone about the Vince retirement and Paul taking over creative. Ayla says you should put Leopold in a green outfit that covers everything but his head. So when he jumps on the back of your chair, he can scare people.
Right.
It's just that floating head. Brandon Mitchell says... What that? Brandon Mitchell says, do you think Randy Orton is coming back soon? No.
He had back surgery, so I'm looking forward to seeing him around the first of the year.
Sophie says, I just saw Blended starring Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler again for the second or third time. Cody White says, good. Sonya sucks at wrestling. Just saying. Ayla says, I love Drew Barrymore. Sophie says, your thoughts on AEW introducing another championship as it is getting to the point where they have too many championships?
What?
Sophie says, your thoughts on AEW introducing another championship. Is it getting to the point where they have too many?
Yes, they have too many. It depends on what they're going to do moving forward, though. If they keep the brand split completely split, then it's fine. I don't know what championship they would bring in other than for women.
Yeah. Crazy says, I don't know if you saw, Travis, but CM Punk talked about the Sasha and Naomi situation this week and bashed WWE. That's why I said it looks dead. Yeah. Well, CM Punk's a dumbass. And him bashing WWE is his MO because they didn't do what he wanted and he gave up and walked
Shotzi
out.
Blackheart's in the ring.
So he's a fucking loser quitter.
Or Shotzi.
Just like Sasha Banks is a loser quitter. So there you go. Two peas in a pod.
Shotzi's on TV. Also one of Triple H's peeps.
He's going to tough out his
and
dick
Aaliyah?
punch he had.
Is she wrestling Aaliyah?
I don't know.
So no Lacey?
I guess Aaliyah's out there.
Or is this a tag team match?
I don't know. So it's like CM Punk is a jerk, good wrestler. AEW only have 3 hours of TV time and like a 6 or 7 championships. Robert Warney's in the chat. Hey, Robert says, hey, y'all, wrestling time. Yes. Brandon Mitchell says the Viper, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, the Gallagher's World Heavyweight Championship. Randy Orton. Christopher Hernandez says, and Paul Heyman talking to Theory. Yep, they did talk to him in the back there, didn't he? Sophie says, Trios Championship in AEW. Vindicator's like, Shotzi. Chris says, Shotzi time, baby. Surf Wrestling in the chat. Hey, Surf says, Gargano return is definitely a no-brainer. I already knew that because Paul didn't have Adam Cole. So who came more similar towards him than Johnny Gargano?
Right. That's if he shows up. I mean, and he could show up tomorrow and wrestle Seth.
Sophie says, with the women's division being run by Paul and Stephanie, we could see more than 5 minutes. Vindicator says, Dalitha, do you love playing with Shotzi yet in the video game? Are you saying playing with her?
As her?
Or as her? And I haven't done any of that.
Trying to show some wrestling skills. Now, these are 2 NXT women that haven't really made their name on the main roster yet. Remember, they were locking each other in the locker room. What wrestling event was that? Was that WrestleMania?
That was for a chance to go after Belair or something for the women's title, or Becky for the women's title, or something for one of the women's title.
It was probably the WWE title or the SmackDown title.
Cody says, is there still not a women's tag team champion?
No.
Are they still on hold on that? They should just burn them.
They're definitely waiting on that one until they can figure out what to do. But I would assume within this, by the end of this year, we'll have some sort of idea of what they're going to do with the tag team titles for the women. They have Toxic Attraction if they want to go that route. They could always bring back Sasha and Naomi. I know both of them are booked for some sort of like wrestling Comic-Con type show. Naomi just announced her thing in it.
Good for her. Derek Murchison's in the chat. Hey, Derek says, hey, family, what I miss?
Just most of the wrestling events so far. You missed the Donnie Brook match with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre did end up winning that. He got a shillelagh broke over his lower back, and there's this big purple bruise-looking thing across the bottom. And then Pat McAfee got attacked by Happy Corbin, got kicked right in the happy spot. He is back on commentary now, though. And right now we got Shotzi and Aaliyah, and that's where we're at. Not a lot has been done since then.
Right.
Oh, Aaliyah driving with those legs. I just don't understand how Aaliyah's on the main roster, I guess. I could see Shotzi. She was down in NXT for a while, but Aaliyah wasn't good in NXT. Didn't she replace, what's her name? That, Chelsea Green with the guy?
I thought so. I'm pretty sure that was her that did.
And then she took over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, double clothesline right there. Leah got the better end of it. Then everybody at home got the better end of that. Whoa! Drives her right down into the concrete.
That's funny.
He likes watching the broads wrestle. Oh! Leah's head goes right into the ring post.
Ouch. Definitely.
It looks like Shotzi just won. Shotzi won. I wasn't looking at that.
Oh.
So Shotzi got a W in this.
Huh. Good for
Definitely
her.
not a 5-minute match, though.
Sophie says, I don't get why certain wrestling promotions have trios championships. Sophie says NXT and AEW going head-to-head for the first time in over a year, but this time in pay-per-view form. Chris Akani says Shotzi looks even bigger than Def, not a bad thing. Vindicator says, playing as Shotzi, yes. Haven't played as her at all. Sophie says, get rid of the Women's Tag Team Championship, make a mid-card championship for the women. It would do better.
It was Rodriguez last week.
Oh, there you go. Well, they're showing you, so that's good.
I
Chris
went back
says,
2 weeks. I didn't go back to last
Chris
week.
has Shotzi with the Walls of Jericho on Aaliyah. Sophie says AEW is going to Canada in October for the first time. Walter says Aaliyah for the win. Brandon Mitchell says, I would love to see Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Universal Championship. I would love to see Randy Orton have another championship run in the WWE.
He needs one, and I think that Paul will give him that. I think that at some point we're going to see that.
Derek says awesomeness, and Walter says Happy Corbin kicked Pat McAfee. Sophie says we still don't know where Bobby Roode is. It seems like he disappeared out of nowhere. Christopher says what a good win by Shotzi. Walter says Shotzi won okay. Chris Akane says new finisher by Shotzi, and Sonya also looking thicker.
Yes.
Vindicator says I'm
And now we
okay
got
with
Natalya,
either women winning,
Ronda,
but I'm
and Liv in the back.
tired of these short, one-sided, slow-paced matches. Why? I thought you liked it when they were out there.
Oh, there's your camera.
Where the weirdos are.
"26 seconds.
Yeah, you should totally be taking a picture of her with the championship. What are you thinking?
Sonya's quite a bit taller than the rest of them, isn't she?
It's better to share videos through Snapchat, right?
Oh, way better. Sometimes it's hard to get it in there, though. So you have to go to Snapchat and then upload it if it's under a minute.
It is.
Okay. Ronda Rousey heading out to the ring. She going after Shotzi. Shotzi gonna be in trouble. Ronda just told her to get out of her ring. And she's telling her no. And then she went after Ronda. Ronda's gonna rip her arm off.
Ew, her arm's going to get ripped off. There you go.
There it is.
Now you can upload it on Tiki Taki. Or I can upload it on
Yeah,
Tiki
that's
Taki.
your thing.
You're a wacko. I sent it to you, though, so you have it, too. Vindicator's like, live, yay.
Oh my gosh, Shotzi's terrible on the mic. Did you hear that? Here, Ronda. And then got beat up.
Ayla's like, Vin hates women. Oh, geez, Ayla. Walter's like, Natalya, Liv, and Rousey backstage. Christopher Hernandez says the 4 women talking backstage. Walter says Sonya boo.
Holy
Chris says
crap,
Liv
she
and
is turning
Ronda
heel.
Weirdest face.
Ronda's
Part
turning
2.
heel. She just told somebody in the audience, you shut up. Your mom failed you.
That's good. I wonder if they told her to say it.
Well, yeah, she's turning heel. This is perfect.
Is it?
Yeah, you don't want her to be a
I
babyface.
make
That's
it
dumb.
stupid. Stupid eye makeup. Christopher Hernandez says, here comes Ronda Rousey. Chris says Sonya cutting a promo about Ronda. Vindicator's like, Ronda and her god-awful makeup. She should retire for that alone. Chris Kane says, oh, what? That was cringe. Christopher's like, damn, Ronda roasted a fan. Brandon Mitchell says, how long has Roman been champion for now? 600 days.
698 days, I believe. Tomorrow will be 699. So will he make it to 700?
Walter says, yes, fight, fight. Ayla
Oh, that
says,
looks good.
see, Vin especially hates women who wear makeup.
That looks like a movie, too.
That one is a movie, yes. Walter says, hey, Ayla. And Ayla says, hi, Walter. Crazy says, Travis, we're still waiting on your heel turn. That's funny.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that today was National Chicken Wing Day? You guys should probably get some chicken wings.
If you haven't already, order chicken wings.
Indicator says, I hate on women all day in my beer-stained wife beater. Snorts. Ayla's like, I knew it!
That's what I was planning on wearing tomorrow.
Yes.
Tennessee thing.
Make sure it's stained with pit stains.
It's a white beater. I don't have pits. The pits are like down to here.
Yeah, but they have to like drool down that far. Make sure you do a lot of sweating. Make sure you put some dirt on it.
Work on a car.
Can you hold a beer and like burp all gross while you're doing it? Scratch yourself.
I can burp loud.
Can you just wear your whitey tighty underwear too? I'll get you some.
Stain the front with
Just
urine.
stain the front with some lemonade.
You guys are in for a treat tomorrow.
Woo! Sexy!
Gonna look like cousin, what's his name there on the Griswolds?
Yes.
Cousin Jimmy, I don't know his name.
Eddie.
Eddie. Old cousin Eddie.
Brandon Mitchell says, I think Roman should make it to 1,000 days, then lose it to Randy Orton.
That's a long time. That's another year, almost.
Yeah.
Just win it or lose it on like a SmackDown
Yeah.
or a Raw. The cleaning lady.
Jeez.
That's when you know that you've ran out of shows.
She cleans up after people who kill people. She's just the cleaning lady. She witnessed a murder. I'm just a cleaning lady. I don't know anything. Let me clean it up for you. Ayla says beer-stained wife beater. Travis, please. Yeah, it's got gluten in it. He'd probably melt. Vindicator's like, Ayla, if you give all your glorious fashion and makeup tips to all women on a YouTube video, then I would start loving more women except gold diggers.
That is sick. This drone. Watch this drone. This is a good pilot right here. He goes all the way over that arena and then goes in through a window.
See that right there? Would he have that?
Right? See, right?
It should be our background.
Watch. He goes right through. Under that street light and then right into the club. That's pretty cool.
Ah.
That one's ahead.
Oh.
So, any of this?
No, it was the one that said Nashville above it.
Oh, the stadium?
No, when it said Nashville. Like
they wrote it?
That part.
Oh,
Like, yeah,
okay.
see it?
Over the
like
bridge.
that. No, not necessarily. Just over the skyline of Nashville.
Woo!
Or that or something. I don't know.
Nissan Stadium tomorrow night.
You'll have to go back
on
and
Peacock. Yeah, there's no rewinding
watch it
on
again.
either of these. I'll have to watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Special address by the special counsel.
So I said you'll have to watch it again or something. Let's see. Christopher Hernandez says Brandon Mitchell he should hold to 1,000 days, but he will not lose it to Randy. He will lose it to The Rock at next year's WrestleMania.
That would just be dumb if they do that. Unless
really
The Rock
weird.
forfeits it. Who's The Rock going to lose it to?
Mm-hmm.
That match does definitely, it's supposed to be a pass of the torch, so The Rock should lose that match.
Ayla says, oh yeah, Laughing Finn, you flatter me, you dork. The Indicator's like, dork face. Ayla says, I mean, if I could be a gold digger, I would be. Crazy says, since no one is on board, I guess I'll turn heel.
Right? Nobody wants to be the bad guy.
I'm a bad guy all the time. I don't know what everybody else is worried about. It was like, do it, auntie. if she's teaming with her. What?
They're going to go up against Sonya and Natalya.
Oh.
I would assume. It does make me wonder if they're now rebooking Lacey.
Oh.
Maybe she didn't like that. I'm going to be a Marine, but I'm going to piss on them.
Oh, I wouldn't like it.
And so now
She
maybe
was so
she went
proud
to
of it
H
and
or
stuff.
something and said, hey, let's just go back to my old stuff or whatever. Because she was supposed to wrestle Aaliyah, and then Aaliyah wasn't. She wrestled somebody else and lost.
Shotzi. Mm-hmm.
Natalya and Sonya.
Chris kind of says, live in super slutty mode. And Ayla's like, I'll do it. Permission to bully chat as a whole. He's the boss about it, so he doesn't like bullies. So. Chris says, here comes Big Daddy Sonya.
From Central Intelligence.
From Central Intelligence.
I don't like bullies.
I don't like bullies.
It's an unregistered gun. I'm not going to go out in the parking lot and stroke anybody off.
Ew. Right? Yuck. Weirdos.
Or whatever word he uses. They're jerk anybody off. That's what he says.
Jerk anybody.
Not going to go into the parking lot and jerk anybody off. What in the world? Terrible wrestling right out of the gate.
Always great to see
Natalya,
lots of women
Ronda
do
Rousey,
bad wrestling.
starting it out.
We just saw a women's match before this. I'm excited to watch some more
Look
shit.
how slow they're moving.
Oh, not surprising. I hate it.
No, I mean, look. You're not looking. Like, watch how slow this is.
So the Shotzi
See
Aaliyah
that?
one was just as
Are you
bad.
seeing this?
Yeah.
No, you're not. I don't think you are. Now watch this go behind by Natalya.
Jesus.
They're like walking through practice.
Like, okay, now
This
we're
is
gonna
literally
do
like a
this.
walkthrough.
Just do this. That's fine. I'm gonna go over here and do that.
Wow.
Brandon
This-
Mitchell says, I would like to see a triple threat match between Brock, Roman, and Randy Orton.
Yes. You're definitely a Randy fan. Randy will be back early in 2023, I would assume, before WrestleMania or around WrestleMania time.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll pick up here. We got Liv in there with Sonya. Yeah, they're moving a little bit quicker.
Fucking crazy. Sorry, that's funny. Ayla says, is it really bullying if they dish out the same stuff? And Ayla says, is it really bullying? I call that healthy banter. Crazy's like, everyone in the chat is a piece of crap. Who's this Vin guy? Oh, I get it. Spell your name in caps as a scare tactic. Ooh, I'm terrified. You people are beneath me. And P.S. I don't support the troops. Boo me. Chris says, this is like a training session.
It is, and it's all very slow and methodical.
They're like, okay, we're going to have to, like, make Liv look good, so can you guys act like
It's
shit?
not Liv. Well, I mean, it is Liv too, but it's also Ronda. They're moving super slow. Watch this move here coming up in a second. When she tags in Liv, or Liv tagged herself in, or Ronda tagged herself in by smacking her ass. Liv does that back bend thing, which is just trash. That.
Oh.
And then Ronda kicks Sonya. It's just,
Why would she do that?
It's so botchy. It's so
What the fuck does that even mean?
C. What does what mean? The tags or?
No, the whole bending backwards.
It's just her thing. She's trying to get good at it, and it's just not working for her.
God, it's dumb. Stop doing dumb stuff.
Sonya pulls off Liv off the apron. Her head hits. Oh, and then throws her roughly into the ring apron or into the barricade on the outside.
Nice.
I'll get my words right. Take the pin out of my mouth, and I can talk.
So it says SummerSlam without Charlotte. Shocking. It's like, oh, scary auntie. Loser. Wink. Haha. Sophie's like, I'm guessing they're saving a Bailey return after SummerSlam instead of before, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah, well, I figured she'd be back a month ago, but yeah.
And
Or
Roll,
at least at the Money in the Bank.
right? Rolls in the chat. Hey, Roll says, hello, sir. Vindicator says, so weird to see Liv against Sonya since they are such good friends in real life.
Wrestlers wrestle. You can either have friends or championships. That's the old saying.
Championships. Brandon Mitchell says, I would love the Bella Twins to come back. They tried that.
Another tag team.
I don't think that's going to happen.
That would work for a while. Them and the Iconics would be great. And then Toxic Attraction. So you could have some real women's tag teams.
They tried a little bit of a comeback with the Bella Twins, and it didn't go so well.
Right. Well, Bree's not very good. She's very botchy, so.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because she's just been off for so long. When she was here before, she wasn't that bad.
Christopher Hernandez says, to be honest, I think Liv Morgan would lose the women's title to Ronda Rousey tomorrow night.
Yeah, if she does, I mean, we've seen that stuff happen before, right? They did it with Big E. Big E was champion for a few minutes and ended up losing it pretty clean. And we could see that with Liv. Maybe they just put it on her just to be a placeholder for right now until they could figure out what they were going to do.
Right.
And then Ronda was like, hey, why don't we put the title on her? And then I turn heel and go get it back from her. Like, oh, that works. But we don't know because nobody's writing the stories that was there before. So Les Vince is still doing it from the comfort of his own home.
He probably is. Anyways, Luna's in the chat. Hey, Luna's got a burrito and drinks. 3 burritos and a drink.
They got burner phones. Triple H and Vince. Y'all alone? Yeah, I'm good. All right. What we want to do here.
Raul says, good morning. Yes, good morning to you. Sophie says, do you see any former WWE talents come back after SummerSlam or even during SummerSlam?
Possibly. We could definitely see Johnny Wrestling show up. We could also see The Fiend show up. I mean, if you want to go fantasy-wise. NXT stars could come up. There's a lot that could happen. I don't know if that counts as NXT stars because they're in the WWE already. But
oh, yeah, right. Yeah. And Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Saturday for SummerSlam. Bye, Walter. Let's see. Chris says, I think it might be false finish. Ayla's like, good night, Walter. But Ayla says, good evening to Raul. Brandon Mitchell says, I have to go. See ya. Bye, Brandon. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sophie says Liv was almost on the chopping block before she won the championship. Pretty sure Liv's always on the chopping block.
Yeah, I figured that they might even get rid of her this year. And then all of a sudden they put a title on her, and I was like, what is this? And that's why I'm not a huge believer in her run.
They're like, participation trophy. Okay, bye.
Well, I think it's more of like the Big E thing. It's a placeholder.
Trophy. I get it, but it's a participation trophy at this point. Like, that's all it is. Thanks for participating. Here's a trophy for you. Hold on to it for a second.
That's that guy. That's funny that he's being Santa Claus.
Oh.
He's in a lot of commercials lately. He's in all those progressive ones with Flo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, him. Maybe he needed money. You can't get gigs
Liv's
on
getting
TV
her
or
brain bashed
movies.
in on the turnbuckles over there.
Ew, gross.
Ronda Rousey has a makeup artist, guys.
Vindicators.
So they did this on purpose.
Oh, God.
1,
seriously.
2.
Vindicator says, but Ali thought people like Travis were afraid of you. Are you having regrets about your role as the ultimate passive-aggressive intimidator? Gotha, she is a taco. It was like, no doubt, I'm just saying. Martha Stewart, Chicago PD's got cheeseburgers and fries, and Ayla's got a burrito. Sophie says, I feel like the Liv Ronda feud will continue to clash up the castle with Charlotte somehow being involved.
I'm okay with Charlotte winning it when she comes back. I don't know how people feel about her, but I know that Triple H likes Charlotte. I was talking to Julita about this the other night. Was that Tuesday?
Probably.
When I was talking to you about the girls that brought Triple H out when he with his throne.
Oh, yeah.
It was like Alexa. And...
yeah, the blondes or whatever they were. Adversity. Yes, that's it.
That was when they were all in NXT still.
Vindicator's like, Ayla, you even managed to scare off Matt, Luke, and Ravi and Aaron. Well, that last one is a good thing. Crazy says, hey, Sophie, was the one half of your name not enough that you had to apply a rhyming one to follow it?
Liv
Give me
should
a
have
break on
tagged.
this. Ayla person, is there like a point where you not talk? Geez, stand down. Sophie says, was Stephanie and Paul in charge of the WWE? I don't expect that many budget cuts like the last 2 years.
Right.
You can say
I don't know if that
but
was
it
a
can
budget
happen.
cut or if that was more of a clean house. It had nothing to do with money. It was just to get rid of the riffraff.
Right? It was like, hey, I didn't scare AA. I just blocked 276 different accounts he made. He probably couldn't make any more. Ha ha. Vince like, meh. Chris Akani's like, Liv being selfish, not wanting to tag. And Sophie says a lot of former WWE talent said they would still be in the WWE if Triple H was in charge sooner.
I did read that article. I also read in that article that a lot of those that got fired. So, yeah, there's a good possibility they might not have got fired. Vince was cleaning house. He wanted to remake NXT so they could bring up athletes. What they had is a bunch of non-athletes. And Vince wants athletes. And that's why he did that whole new college thing, you know, where he was signing those college football players, basketball players, even the girls and the boys. He wants athletes into the company because they translate better into the sport.
Yeah, because it is a sport.
Like Ford. To me, Ford is better than Johnny Gargano.
Well, unless you've been doing this kind of stuff like for a while, like doing actual wrestling, like in an indie circuit or doing wrestling or something like that, I mean, then you would probably, want to be an athlete of some kind, right? But if you're just Joe Schmo off the street coming in, it's going to be weird.
Right down on her caboose. Nope. Rolls her through. She's going to get the pin. No. Damn. Big clothesline. 1, 2. Liv kicks out. But yeah, get some athletes in there. And then go from there. And change Braun Breaker's fucking name. He's a superstar. But not with that name. It won't work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people aren't going to be talking about Braun Breaker at work. It sounds weird.
Yeah, why wouldn't it? You'd think you were going on break.
Did you say break? What kind of breaker?
What kind of break?
I thought you had a fuse box. Ronda gonna hurt Sonya here. Old Piper's Pit.
Jesus.
She's gonna rip her arm off. You want it? Oh shit! From behind.
Natalya got it.
Showboating way too much. And then Liv into Natalya. All 4 women are in the match. Oblivion. Oh shit. Sonya's gonna have to tap. Is she tapping? Oh, there it is. Sonya taps out. Ronda Rousey and her partner there won it. And they're going one-on-one tomorrow for that belt.
So weird. So it was like a lot of former WWE talent said they would still be in the WWE if Paul was in charge sooner. It was like, no, I don't stop talking. At least I use my real name. I'm not a chicken hiding behind some ridiculous statement of name. So it was like we could see Tyler Breeze show back up on WWE TV. Vindicator says, yeah, Travis, it's just not possible for Ronda, Natalya, and Sonya to have exciting matches. Their pacing is too slow and moveset is too limited.
Yeah.
Natalya's skill set isn't that limited. She actually brings her skill set down to the people she's wrestling.
She is getting older and bigger. That's like just not like heavy or anything. She's just getting bigger.
Yeah.
It's like on growth hormone or something.
Baby. Crazy's laughing at chicken. All right, I'll stop because I don't know if you guys realize I'm joking. Oh, yeah, you said you were turning heel. And we figured that's what was happening. It was like, so since I'm not up to date with wrestling terms, And is my heel already turned? Am I already a bad guy? Ha ha ha. I was like, I'm joking, Auntie. I thought we were on a roll. My bad. Christopher Hernandez says, make a damn tag live. Don't be shy, for God's sake. Sophie says, with NXT reboot, a lot of fans stopped watching NXT. And Crazy's like, okay, cool. LOL.
So what are they doing right now? They're doing the... Oh, referee instructions. Oh my God. So they do this before boxing matches in the back. The referee will go through the rules. Like, hey, when I say break, it means break. If I put my hand here, it means this.
Oh, jeez.
They're going to do that out in the ring.
That's just silliness right here. Ah. Christopher was saying Ronda and Liv wins the tag match. They sure did, didn't they,
Yes.
with Sonya tapping. Sophie says, do you think NXT would have gotten rebooted if they have beaten AEW when they went head-to-head for, what, a year?
What the fuck? I want to watch that. The Predator's first hunt on Earth. Huh. That was pretty cool.
Streaming soon on Hulu.
Oh, it's a series?
I don't know.
Dumb.
I don't know if it was a series or not. Sophie says, do you think NXT would have gotten rebooted if they have beaten AEW when they went head-to-head for, what, a year?
I don't. I think that I think that Vince would have slowly turned it over. But once they lost, he said, okay, we know these guys aren't the future.
Right.
They would have more ratings. So let's get rid of it. Let's just get rid of the riffraff. And then let's bring in some athletes. Granted, they're not going to draw either. But they're going to be... They have higher ceilings. Like Braun Breaker has a higher ceiling than Adam Cole. Adam Cole's peaked. He can't get any more popular.
Right.
Braun Breaker could be Scott Steiner. He could be Rick Steiner, either of the Steiner. Since he has our DNA.
Yeah.
He could literally headline WrestleMania. And more. There's more than just him. They have quite a few guys there now that have higher ceilings. They don't have as high as floors.
Right.
Like Adam Cole's not going to be just garbage. But his ceiling's tapped. He's there. I mean, we saw it when he went to AEW. They didn't gain one more fan. Their ratings didn't go up 10%. They didn't go up any percent.
Right.
1%. A half of a percent. A tenth of a percent. It just stayed the same. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's all I got to say about it.
But anyways, the NXT guys that are there now all have higher ceilings.
Right. Yeah, I could see that.
And it's just like the people they got rid of, like Dakota Kai, right? Is Dakota Kai going to be better than Nikita Lyons? No. No matter where she goes or what she does, she's not going to be better. She might be better today, but she's not better long term. And that's what Vince wanted, was the long term. It's good discussing this with you.
It is, isn't it? It's amazing. It's because I know so much about it, but I don't.
You've only been watching for 3 years. It's
Doesn't
weird.
mean I know anything.
You know if people have ceilings or floors.
I don't
Potential.
know. I guess. I don't know. I really don't know about their potential or what they consider their potential or whatever.
Their floors, their ceilings. Gosh, this one's tough. Will they lose a third time in a row to the Usos,
Maybe.
the Street Profits?
I don't know. It's going to be weird if they do, right?
In any way, it doesn't make any sense. I wish there was a way they could break these belts up.
Yeah, it's getting really stupid.
Here's an idea for creative. Jay pins Ford, and Dawkins pins Jimmy. And the referee just counts. And then they're like, who won? And then they just split the belts up. Or something.
Give some kind of a
Like it
weird
goes
ending.
to court or something.
Goes to court.
I'm serious. Like they just keep fighting it.
Chris says, Sonya just said, "Bye, bitches," to the crowd. And Christopher Hernandez says, here comes the Street Profits. Ayla says, "I don't think I'm the bad guy. Hi, I just stick up for my original gabbers." Chris says, "I meant Ronda." Sophie says, "It is going to be awkward during the holidays if you are in the McMahon family."
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Vince has got his hands all over stuff still.
Mm-hmm.
Or he wouldn't have put those guys in charge. He's
I think
still
he
the
would have just
majority
sold it.
shareholder.
Yeah, I think he would have just sold everything and said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, if they were
And
kicking,
threw it away
if
like
they
it
were
was
kicking
nothing.
him out, he'd say, "Okay,
All right, fine.
sold."
Yeah, sell it, and that was be the end of it. End of WWE, the end of wrestling.
He's like, "But I won't sell, but make my daughter my position."
Mm-hmm.
And then you take my son-in-law and put him in charge of talent.
Mm-hmm.
And now we can literally tell him word for word what to do.
Yep. Luke says, "I'm back, was feeding the sick moo-moo." And Ayla's like, "You didn't eat it yet, Luke?" Matthew's in the chat now. Hey, Matthew says, "You just stick out with your pepperoni." Sophie's like, "It will be interesting to see how AEW reacts to real competition in Raw or SmackDown since NXT was the minor leagues. That wasn't fair." Okay. Luke's like, "No, Ayla." Matthew's like, "Pizza," and Ayla's like, "Okay, just asking. I don't need your passive-aggressive dots." Matthew was retracted. Sophie says most of the people in NXT 2.0 probably wouldn't have made it to the original NXT. Ayla says, "I'm learning so much, Travis." Delete that, haha. Matthew's like, "Glass ceiling, feminazis shut." Crazy says, "No one has ever cared about any person named Luke in history." You got cool hand, Luke, but you're no Paul Newman. And Matthew, why you choose to use your whole government on YouTube is beyond me. Fucking crazy. That's funny.
Jeff Jarrett.
Make a really good heel. You're like really nice about it, but Ayla's like,
Woo!
"Oh my God,
Ford
laughing."
getting all jacked up.
Matthew's like, "Auntie, fuck the oversized government." Sophie says,
Want the smoke.
they want smoking.
I think Dawkins had to stop because his voice went out.
Sophie says both sets of championships are not unified, which they should have been after Roman won his championship and the Usos won theirs. No, because they have two brands. Why would they unify
I feel
them?
like they should have to forfeit one or something. They got to do something to break them up.
They do, definitely. That has to happen. And if not, then, then definitely finally unify it and just make it one belt and then whatever, they go off onto the sunset on both brands.
His
which is
one
dumb.
job. Listen to his one job. 1, 2, 3. That's his job. That's it. He doesn't care what they do. Run wild, he said.
You guys really like each other. Indicator says, "Travis, what's your long-lost brother Jeff Jarrett doing out there? I think he should replace Adam as GM."
He's going to be wrestling Ric Flair on Sunday. We're going to see him twice this weekend.
Christopher Hernandez says, "What if both Raw and SmackDown Women's title get unified and make it the undisputed WWE
Is it a
Women's
disqualification
Championship?"
if I punch him in the face? We got a brawl!
Jarrett's like, "I gotta get out of here, guys."
Uh-oh. They accidentally kicked Jarrett.
He's trying to get away. Oh, no.
That might hurt him for tomorrow.
They just kicked their ref.
That was Jay.
You guys are
Jay
bad.
Uso kicked him in the face.
Oh,
That might hurt him tomorrow.
No.
He's got to get beat up by Rick on Sunday, too. He's going to have a bad weekend. The Usos like, "What are you doing? You just kicked our referee tomorrow." Look at Dawkins. He's like, "What'd you do?"
Right? What'd you do, man? You okay? We're sorry.
Oh, Ford. Ford is getting jacked. He looks like a running back in the NFL.
Luke says, "Ayla." Vindicator's like, Ayla waves her magic wand and brought Luke and Matt back from hiding. Sophie says Jeff Jarrett has a busy weekend. Yep, Ayla says Luke got cool hands, but Matthew's like, wrestling gambits, my government, LOL. Luke's like, you're wrong. People cared for Luke Skywalker, so you're wrong. Crazy's like, please, that guy didn't even know his father. That's a good one. Ayla's like, auntie he or she. Matthew's like, there's a movie called Lucas. Does that count? Crazy's like, all man, baby.
Wasn't Lucas like a retard or something?
I don't know. Or he was like autistic or something, maybe. I don't know.
I gotta remember that.
I don't know. Maybe he's a really smart kid or something, maybe. Crazy all man, baby. Looks like I don't care. What's up? I'm sorry. Oh, Luke, no. Crazy's joking around being a hill. Be good. We know you don't care what people say about you. You're surrounded by the scariest people on YouTube. Trav Delethan, OG casters. Last episode, Jeff Jarrett as the ref doesn't make any storyline sense. Sami Zayn would have made more sense.
What happened to Sammy?
I don't know.
Sammy
He died.
needs to get a little bit of a push.
He had to go back to Canada.
Now, if you rewind these, if you go back a year ago and hear me talk about Sami Zayn, that would never have been said.
No.
Sami
You didn't
Zayn
like
needs a
him.
little bit of a push.
Kayla says, I love everyone here. Christopher says, what the hell did they do to Double J? They kicked him in the face.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, Luke, he isn't wrong. No one likes Skywalker.
The vicious Viking Raiders going to have a match tonight against the New Day.
Matthew's like, I can't wait for my Friday night poop down right after WWE Smackdown. It was like, I needed a laugh today. Work sucked. Nose. So it was like, this is setting up a face turn for the Usos. And is the Ric Flair thing on pay-per-view?
It is.
It's an Impact one, isn't it? Or
It's
no?
got some Impact people on it, but it is not.
Oh, it's just its own little pay-per-view thingy.
Yeah.
Huh. Ayla says, I could
It's called Flair's Last Match. That's the name of it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. It was like, I could see Fat Lisa popping off on Auntie, though. Ha ha.
But there is
Rob was
a
like,
lot.
ha, ha.
There's a lot of matches.
It looks like, damn, guess I'll go back to my cave. Matthew's like, oh, Luke's a place or Luca Placia or something. It had Charlie Sheen. Ayla says, oh man, we're picking on autistic Luke. Love you, Luke. Martha says, I think I just spat out my Mountain Dew Code Blue. Robbie's like, Luke, you mad man. So he's like, I'm guessing the New Day match is the main event.
It is that time.
Maybe,
I would
don't
assume
know.
that we would see Roman and Brock, but maybe
not
they're
on
not
SmackDown.
doing
We saw
that.
him on Raw. And that's good enough, right?
they don't want to pay Brock all that money.
Right? They're like, we can't have you 2 times in a week. It's
Well, I don't
bad
know
enough you're on
I don't know what
Saturday.
this contract is, but I know before when they were using him part time,
Mm-hmm.
he was making $500,000 an appearance. So
Okay,
they're
true.
he's like, I'll do whatever you want.
Right.
And so they would only bring him in like the month before the match for like twice that week or that month
Right.
before he had a main event. So they're paying him $1.5 million for 3 appearances and 1 match.
Right.
So I don't know what this one is. You know, I don't know what this contract is.
Yeah, me neither. Ayla says, hey, Robbie, you have no room to talk. Actually, you do because you're a little person.
And maybe when they got rid of Cody, you know, or obviously Cody got rid of himself.
Right.
Maybe they panicked and just signed Brock to one of those crazy deals. Because I doubt they had him under contract and they're like, hey, you know, do whatever. And he's like, okay, I'll pay me per appearance.
Right.
This
Give
looks
me
like
the money.
it's going to be really good. Anybody seen Super Pets yet?
Chihuahuas are vicious.
They're the super people's pets.
Yes. Except for the other dog. Just the one, the white one, right?
Right, the rocks.
Yeah, the rest of them are normals, aren't they?
I don't know.
Matthew says, Polly Pocket, I'm a bit stoned. So it was like that Ric Flair thing has every wrestling promotion in it. Christopher Hernandez says, "Ah, shit, another tag match." Chris says, "Maybe Char will be at Ric Flair's last match."
I hope she's there. You know, I mean, obviously not wrestling, but
Andrade's going to be there.
Andrade's
He's
wrestling.
going to be in the ring with his father-in-law.
Yeah.
His actual father-in-law.
Against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. That's the 4 men.
Right. Let's see. Matthew's like, "And intoxicated. I'm going for a jog." Robbie says, "Do you mocking people again?" I didn't mock anybody. Matthew's like, "Wow, that was a long run. I need to take a shower. My wife is 17 months pregnant." Is that Matthew or do we have Aaron in the chat? I'm curious to know now. Looks like Robbie. I ain't mad. I'm tall, so I get better air and more sunshine than you. Robbie's like, "Ayla, little people have feelings too, you know." Ayla's like, "Burn." Matthew's like, "LOL." Sophie's like, "When Brock was being a baby by walking out last week, there were rumors of them calling Goldberg." I don't think he was being a baby. I think it was Brock being normal Brock. Like, him and Vince are really close. And Vince retiring probably was like his last straw of dealing with fucking WWE.
Yeah, it was probably very stressful.
So, I mean, the only way he probably came back was Vince convincing him that, "Hey, dude, no, you got to come back and, you know, be Brock." People love you, sir. It was like, do they? I think they'd lose Phil, especially in their face after having strangers' balls to smack it all day when they're on the train. Robbie says it because little people have feelings too.
Uh-oh, Maximum Male Models. Maxine.
Vindicator says it's getting hot here, so keep on all your clothes.
They're keeping it going, though. I figured they might got rid of this.
Yeah, Robbie says, "Luke, F being tall is overrated." Ayla's like, "Jealous." Crazy's like, "Robbie, you're a disgrace to Monty. You leave and come back at your own expense. It's disgusting. Just like your existence." You people should highlight my text and save them for your personal guidance. Motherfuckers. Masse. Oh, God. Please no. What is he wearing?
The watch. Look at the watch band.
Why is he wearing such weird stuff? That's a little more weird.
Marseille.
Okay, that's just a little bit
He's
too
got
weird.
a WWE title watch. Mansoir.
Hey, look, it's Max Dupree.
Yeah, I figured he'd be back. Max Dupree.
You thought he was not going to be back. We talked about that. I remember you saying
left.
something.
Yeah. Vince, he was rubbing Vince the wrong way. They're going to get another. It should be him.
Look, they have MaximumMaleModels.com. You should go apply. Oh my God, what the fuck did she just say?
I maximize pleasures. I want to see this go to Saudi Arabia in November and see how that works.
With Mansoor?
Yes.
Oh God, that poor guy. Oh. Chris Akane says, so Jarrett is rough one night, then going to Ric Flair last match the next night. Yeah, and he's fighting against him.
That's Ric Flair's opponent.
That's his opponent. Ric Flair and Jeff Jarrett are opponents in that match. Ayla says, you know what's funny, Robbie? You and I are the same height. Ha ha ha! Matthew's like, Robbie, I hope your shoulders beat the champs. Robbie's like, yeah, babe, keep her clothes on. Ayla doesn't want to see you swing it around. Looks like, Ayla, the difference between you and Robbie is people like you. Just kidding. It's a good thing Robbie has thick skin, guys. Poor guy. My question is do you think his mates give him just as much ribbing? It was like, no, crying, laughing. Matthew's like, Ravi, I feel like I'm average except for my short dick. Oh, God, Matthew, nobody was talking about their penis. But he's like, be careful, Ravi. Travis loves his big and tall guys. No room for AEW shorties.
As Xavier Woods gets in the ring with the Vikings.
The
vicious Viking Raiders.
Ravi, fuck them. We'll start our own wrestling camp. Chris says, LA Knight is back?
He is.
And Matthew says, I'm
Max
just messing.
Dupree.
Y'all are three best and make me moist.
So Eric put on a lot of weight after he had that baby.
He's got some baby weight.
A lot of it. Look at him.
Oh my Lord, what is he doing to himself?
He's starting to look like Ibar.
He's starting to look like his wife when she was pregnant.
Sarah overfed him. What?
She's like, so I killed a whole bunch of deer for you, honey. Meat.
I don't think he's getting fat eating the deer. She's making pies or something.
Meat pies?
So, no meat. Anyways.
Christopher Hernandez says, Kursikani, it's actually Max Dupree. Vindicator says, maximum male meatheads are ice cold. They getting no reaction from the fans. People would celebrate that gimmick being eliminated tomorrow.
I'm okay with it. I like watching storylines, new ones. Oh, Kofi was trying to go for a Hurricane Rana, and it did not work. Eric just hit him with something. I don't even know what that was.
Robbie's like, Matthew, we riot, LOL. He looks like laughing a bit. It looks like, what
Eric's,
do you mean, poor Robbie,
Eric's
LOL?
getting so fat that he can't get into the ring.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck? Like, does he not realize that he can't lift his own feet up?
That's mean.
Watch him try to get in the ring right here. See, watch. Now watch him try to get in. He didn't get either foot up. I think it was because Ibar was too close to him, but still.
The second one was for sure, but the first one wasn't. Looks like, what do you mean, poor Robbie? I went to feed a sick cow and came back and got roasted with no flags. So what was going on? I love you, delete that.
We had a heel turn.
We had a heel turn in the chat. Crazy went heel.
Oh, shit.
And it's very polite about it, too.
They're going to have to go to a commercial break.
It's actually pretty funny. Sorry.
Here's our Santa Claus guy right here.
My microphone has seen better days.
Is it broken?
It's a limp microphone. I need a new thingy for it. The cat decided to chew on it. And then somehow the little clippy thing's all stupid. Travis probably broke it. Seriously.
I don't touch your crap.
Boys. Chris is like, someone in the crowd is wearing a Fiend mask. God.
Was it the Fiend?
Was it the Fiend? Was he there? It looks like I'm just joking in the fun and returning fire. I know he is. It looks like, Luke, that's your fault. Matthew's like, fire, riot. Chris Agati says, cream pie, baby. Matthew's like, pie versus pie. And Robbie's like, I can't go one day without being rinsed for being small. D, you bulky. Oh, thanks a lot. Now you're calling me fat. That's not very nice, man. I am taller than the average woman, though.
Hey, look at this one. That's a little tiny one. Those other ones would fit it.
That isn't the right... No, that one's the wrong kind. Isn't that the wrong kind?
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter.
It matters.
It doesn't matter because we did this so we wouldn't pick up the noise in the TV, but now we wear earpieces.
Oh.
So this one would work. And I have another one somewhere. I just
Maybe
don't know
it
where
would
it's
pick
at.
up the noise in my ear, though.
Good.
Let's not try
But
it.
anyways, I'm going to use
You're
it
gonna
because
try
it
it?
makes more sense for me to wear it.
Why?
Because it's cool.
That's not cool. You're weird. Why would it be cool? Matthew's like, meat versus cream. Ale's like, if you just eat the cow already, you would have been here. Yeah? What about it? Oh, for that. You're
With
weird.
Unfathomable magic. That's without fathom.
Without fathom. Ayla's like, Ravi, grow up, laughing. Chris says, need hater to give me throat pipe. Oh, Chris, ow, dude, ow. Ugh. Ew. I read it too. The words were in my mouth. Ew.
The power of Christ.
Burn my tongue. Where's some really hot food? It's like, hey guys, do you mind if I make you all cry? Ha ha ha. Very polite. Robin's like, Ayla, I can't grow no more. Stopped a long time ago. I'm not a plant where you can just give me fertilizer. Ha ha. Yeah, Robin's like, I'm a bully, not bulky deal. Right, sure you did.
So I have a cousin that was supposed to grow, but he never did. And so they gave him growth hormone when he was like in his 20s, and he took off, and now he's like 6'4".
That's crazy.
He
Maybe
didn't
they
grow
should have
until
done that to you.
I know. He didn't get any growth until he was in his mid to late 20s. So that's my cousin Jason.
It was like, Robbie, too far, you jerk. It was like, I meant what you said to Misty. I meant what you said to Misty. Apologize. Crazy says,
Oh, shit.
Chris, you have the personality of a youth mattress. I don't know what's more pathetic. You are those $5 bathroom portraits behind you and your Abby. It's sickening. I own all of you, by the way, and still don't support troops.
Oh, my Lord.
Indicator says, yeah, I do remember Travis and Duluth being the same height, but they don't really stand up together too much these days. Ayla says, I know you can't grow. That's why I said it. Chris says, meanwhile, Kevy Owie and catering is like, eat, Owens, eat.
Eat.
Ayla says,
like
is
Miss
Travis
Claus.
mad at us? Haha. Yes, he's totally angry at you right now. Can't you tell?
I'm watching wrestling.
Matthew's like, just you. I was like, throat pie is the word of the stream. Oh, God, no. Matthew's like, I could use a couple inches. And Sophie's like, good night. I might be here tomorrow. Cool, Sophie.
We will be here tomorrow, so you should join us.
It was like a used mattress that got left for the Prius that Mike and the boys took over. You know, the F shack. Gross.
Eric just knocks down woods.
So my boss and the other advisor went to a conference in Colorado.
Okay.
They were there earlier this week. And they came back Thursday. And they were like, the boss, he was like, yeah, it was really
Whoa.
weird. He goes, I think the whole city smelled like pot. He goes, I've never smelled that much pot in my entire life. And he's like, and he goes, everywhere. There was just homeless people everywhere.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere
And he
in
goes,
Colorado.
every alley had some dirty mattress. He goes, and I don't even want to know what
Dirty
was
Mike and the
on the
boys.
mattress. He's like, because the place that he was staying at was like a couple blocks from like the convention center place. And so he walked there, you know, to meet up with the other people who were at different hotels. Oh, man. Whew, that's funny.
All right, well, Kofi's in trouble right here. It looks like this one's about over. Drove him right on his neck and his shoulders. 1, 2, 3. The Vikings pin Kofi. Wow.
Wow.
They just decimated one of the greatest tag teams in the history of the
How
sport.
could they do that? I don't understand it.
It's unbelievable. That means without belief. So we still have about 15 minutes left. Not quite 15, but...
Crazy says, I got Ayla to see the light. She's cool. Not like you other sheep. Ayla's like, I have a friend. And he's like, woof. Ayla's like laughing. And Robbie says, Ayla made a friend a thumbs up friend. Oh. Kurt says, Eric's still able to hit the Kenny Omega knee. And Crazy says,
V-trigger.
HAW heels against the world, me and Ayla. Matthew's like, Ayla found dinner. Looks like Crazy. I might admit you own us if I wasn't pretty sure all your Hill promos in chat were insults you can literally Google search for.
Oh,
It's
shit.
like, shut up, Robbie, you jealous midget.
Woods tried to save Kofi here, and he just got his ass handed to him.
He had some decimation.
Oh, they're going to
happen
take
him
out
as
him.
well.
They're going to break his ankle. That might be a surgically repaired ankle.
Oh, no. Not that broken
He's the one
ankle.
that came in to save Kofi.
And now he's the one
And
getting
he's
beat
going to
up
be
for
the
his
one
troubles.
that gets his ankle broken.
Oh, how sweet.
And they broke it. There it is.
Oh,
Snapped.
No.
He's going to have to go back to video game play. And at least he doesn't have to stand up while he plays video games.
Oh, dang it.
He's taking his shoe off, which makes no sense. You'd want to leave that on until you got to the hospital.
Well, he wants to be a weirdo, so, you know, we got to make it real good.
He's got like a real sock on. I figured they'd have like special socks or something.
I'm surprised he doesn't particularly have special socks. Because with his injury, he has to wear, like, really good shoes. I was like, Ayla found her eggplant. And Ayla's like laughing, Ravi, you should date one of those strangers that leave ball sweat on your face.
Oh.
Oh my, guys. Oh my. Oh jeez. Crazy's like, look, the fact that you Googled YouTube dialogue shows me you're inferior. Bow down to me and I'll spare you for future ass clowning.
Special address by the chief counsel. That's what's going to be the main event.
Special addresses.
Heyman.
Special dressings. They're like, let me take a look at it. Let me look under your sock. They're like, let's show it. Let's show him. Oh, did you get a boo-boo under your sock? Like, what the fuck, guys? Special address.
Isn't that the name of the monkey on...
About his dressing.
What's the rock show with Tom Cruise in it?
Rock show with Tom Cruise?
School of Rock.
Rock show? Oh. Rock of Ages?
Rock of Ages. Isn't that the name of the monkey? Heyman?
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. No, that's the monkey. Oh.
The baboon.
The baboon.
But they call him a monkey, so. The difference between a monkey and a primate, you know what it is? No. Little monkeys
Tails.
have those too. Yep, tails.
Let's see. Robbie's like, LOL.
They have giant chimpanzees in Africa that they've found.
Where'd they find them at?
Just in the jungles.
They found them in the jungles?
And they are massive. They showed these.
People haven't killed them in like...
Well, the natives had killed one.
Oh.
And they had it, they were holding it up, and it was as tall as they were, and they're like 6'2".
Nice.
And they're like, what the fuck? But yeah, they're there.
Well, of course they are.
They will attack and kill gorillas.
Ooh.
They're so big.
They have gorillas in Africa?
You did not just say that. Where else would a gorilla be?
I don't know. I thought they were in Asia. I don't know why.
Nope. They only live in Africa. And they only live in northern part of Africa.
Oh, okay.
Because they can't swim.
Okay.
And so they're...
Maybe that's why I thought it was Asia, because like northern Africa is like very like foresty and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's where they live.
I know they live in foresty areas. That's why I said I thought it was Asia because of the foresty areas, but yeah.
But other primates can actually swim.
Yeah. I can see that.
And chimpanzees are basically as close. There's another one. What's that one called? The Boboan?
I don't remember.
They're the ones that have the social structure.
Yes.
And they have orgies to squash arguments.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Those ones. They just have sex just because. Robbie's like, D, look what you start. I didn't start shit, man. Matthew's like, gold bond helps keep areas dry. Yes, Matthew. Luke's like, crazy, I've been mad for years. Clown heads like you are a dime a dozen. I've known 10-year-old trolls with more bite than your back. You guys are funny. It looks like that's good advice, Robbie. Carry around gold bond. For those sweaty balls in your face.
Carry around like the oil can.
Crazy's
with the
laughing.
Tin Man,
Clown Hills.
where he's like,
Clown Hills.
but you do it with powder. You know, the old, it had a ball on the end of it.
Oh.
He just takes it to the club. Whenever balls get close to him, he's like...
Crazy's laughing about Clown Hills, and it looks like Big Clown Feet Hills. That's all I see now. Anyways, Films in the chat for a second. Hey, Film says, hey, Miss D and Travis, I'm not here to stay. I just wanted to stop by and say hello. And yes, I'll see you on Saturday live stream for SummerSlam. All right, Film.
SummerSlam.
Good to hear, buddy. It was like, they have animals in Africa? They have all kinds of animals in Africa. I just couldn't remember where gorillas came from.
They come from the mist.
They come from the mist of Africa. Northern Africa.
But not Northern Africa.
Northern
just the
Africa.
Northern Central Africa.
Where they have a whole bunch of forests and stuff.
Yeah, they're not in the center.
It looks like Amazon stuff.
They're still in dark Africa.
Gorillas in the mist.
Look at Paul Heyman. He looks like he's about ready just to
I think he's going to
over.
cry.
I think he's going to just keel over.
I think he's going to cry. He's so going to cry. Why are his eyes so red?
Does anybody remember him as Paul E. Dangerously?
Me, no.
He had long black hair.
When he had hair?
Uh-huh. Carried a big cell phone with him. The old Zach Morris cell phone.
Nice.
He's very torn in this one, I think, because, you know, he's special counsel to one, but he loves his Brock.
Right. Looks like, LOL. Ayla and Ayla, my coworker said he was from Ohio. I laughed and said, Ohio isn't a real place. He thinks I'm serious, so I'm letting him think I didn't know Ohio was real. Which is hilarious because they do that with Idaho all the time. What state is that in? It is a...
Joey didn't know that Utah was real.
That's not a real place. It's not... I was like, Ayla, you're a freak on a leash. And I was like, oh, Ravi, we're here to help you. Ravi's like, D, how you doing me dirty like that? Hello, cheers for the help, Ayla. And Film says, I'll keep it short and sweet before I leave. Here's my question. Oh, great, more armpit questions. Who will win an armpit deodorant match, Bayley or Bianca? He chooses Bayley. What about you?
Bayley.
There you go. Ayla says, you're welcome, man. We appreciate you. And we're tired of you getting sweaty balls to the face. Chris Akane says, my name is Paul. Hey, Paulman. Paulman. Luna says, good night, everyone. See you tomorrow for SummerSlam tomorrow. Good night, Luna. Thanks for joining us for a minute, hun. I was like, D used to carry a big Zach Morris cell phone around with her. She thought she the one with that phone. I have no idea even. Never had one of those. But I'm pretty sure they were the size of the wireless phones, the cordless phones we had at home. Like the home phones.
Thicker,
Like that?
Yeah.
Kinda.
They were like that thick. From the front of the speaker
I've seen them in a
to
movie.
the back, and they had the big black antenna.
Never seen one in person, so. It was like, Auntie, you have to get filmed tomorrow for sure. Chris was like, tomorrow night at Suck-a-Slam. He's not just gonna smash! Roman smash! Roman smash! He's going to stand over him and drool on him. It's going to be gross.
I forget it's a last man standing match. That match is going to be so brutal.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, somebody's going to come out and ruin it all.
Brock. Brock's there.
Once and for all. Oh no, it's Brock Lesnar! Brock Lesnar!
Beast incarnate.
Matthew says, Ravi, call the pound because the bitch is off the chain. I wasn't a bitch, though. She throws bricks. Film says, hello, Matthew, and bye-bye, Ms. D and Travis. Can't wait to come back home from my vacation. Bye. Peace out. God bless America, WWE, and women's armpits everywhere. Chris says, there's the Fiend. WWE and Thomas Fan 444 says, when is WWE going to stop doing that spot with Xavier Woods?
Well, one time he really did hurt his ankle.
It was like, you need the synergy tomorrow night, guys. Night freaks! Thanks, Matthew. But we need it. Robbie's like, do you think she was cool and trendy? LOL, haha. I never had anything like that.
With your cell phone?
I didn't have a cell phone.
Thought you were better than the rest of us.
Oh my god, I had a beeper. God bless you says, I'm used to SS being in August, not July.
I love that Brock even got a tan. Notice that? He even went and got darker.
He's like, look at how wonderful I am.
Because your muscles look better the darker your skin is.
He's like, I am beautiful, see me? Look at that handsome Saskatchewan. He's like an Adonis out there with his muscles.
Oh, from behind, Austin Theory.
Sergeant Judy says, and the beast is now awakened. Chris is like, Brock Lesnar. And Film says, hello, Ayla.
Again.
And bye. Peace out. So Martha says, I'm
Brock
gone now.
threw the
Luke's
briefcase
like,
at him.
Night, Luke. Hopefully your moo-moo gets better. I don't think Paul wants to be in trouble. He's like, get away. Oh, man. Dude. He's like, here, you want to beat people with a briefcase? Let me help you beat people with a briefcase. Roy was like, D, why did you buy
Claymore country. What are they hinting at? He just threw it at him, too.
Okay, so that was Travis
Holy
wanted
shit,
it.
you guys, they are hinting right now that could be the match at Clash of the Castle. That's unreal.
That Drew came down and started beating up Theory as well?
And then they basically are going nose to nose.
Wow. Oh, shit.
Drew McIntyre shows up, and then him and Brock have a stare down.
Did he claymore him?
Yes.
That's what
and
he
then
did.
threw a briefcase at his face.
Nice. Jones, the New York police captain cat suplex all the way to hell. Crazy says the film, you're a degree below disgusting. I'm so sure of it that I'd bet all your secrets are unbearable to society. Me, I'm suave and clean as a dove traveling in the Irish Spring. Those are all deodorants, by the way, you idiots. Yes, degree, secret,
Dove,
suave, dove, Irish Spring. Ooh, you crazy. All right. Flutter says, no, the ending to SmackDown has gotten crazier. Ravi says, D, did you use the briefcase for your lunch at work? Why would I do that, dude? Travis wanted it. He uses it for his lunches, which is just hams. He just puts meat in there.
I am not Otis.
Body by steak. Vindicator says, all right, crazy cats, have a good night. See you in 24. And Applejack Style says, I'm gone. Bye, y'all. The phenomenal one is gone. The phenomenal one. Got it. All right, guys. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys, of course, for SummerSlam tomorrow night. Join us or be square. We aren't sure if we're going to be doing any predictions, though. So, sorry, guys. It's a really busy weekend, and trying to fit it in is going to be weird.
All right. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gap.
Thanks.
See you in less than 24 hours.
Bye.
Bye.